Welcome to Club Today. Can we just say how much we miss you guys? Because we miss you guys. But today we have a super fun schedule. First up we have In Other News with Maddie, then STEM with Cam, and last but not least, Minute to Win It. So stick around, have fun, and win some prizes.
Hi guys, happy Earth Day. If we were still able to meet in person at club, this is a day where we would be doing some sort of service project or some sort of Earth Day activity. But just because we can't be together in person doesn't mean that we can't celebrate Earth Day somehow, right? So I have a fun activity set up today that everybody can participate in, and you are going to get your own cool sunflower out of it because we're going to be planting sunflowers. That's right. So I have these nice sunflower seeds here. These are different than the ones that you would buy like to eat at the grocery store, because those ones have like flavorings and additives and they're cooked and stuff, and those will not grow if you plant those, so do not do that. But lucky for you guys, I've got a lot of seeds here. And so after the video today, or after you're done watching all of our programming, come by club and I will have some seeds sitting right outside our club doors for you, and you guys can grab a few to take home so that you can do this activity with me. So, first thing you'll need obviously are the sunflower seeds. Second thing that you will need is dirt. I scooped this dirt out of my yard this morning. I planted a garden last year, and so I kind of just scooped it out of one of my garden beds. But if you're at your house and maybe you haven't previously had a garden, that's okay. To get the type of dirt that you need for this, you don't want like that super dense, like heavy dirt that's kind of like clay. You don't want that kind of dirt. You want more of like the loose type of soil that's kind of like airy and light. So you'll need dirt, and then the third thing you will need is a plastic cup. And I realize how insane that sounds, that I am telling you on Earth Day that you need a plastic cup. Doesn't seem very Earth Day of me. But I want to introduce you guys to a new type of concept, similar to recycling. This concept is called upcycling. So what is upcycling? Upcycling is something that you can do where you use materials or supplies that you already have and you repurpose them for another use that they can have. And so, yeah, I got a drink out of this a while ago, and I know I shouldn't be drinking out of plastic cups, but it just happened. And I thought, you know what, there is some way I can repurpose this, and I had this idea in mind of like planting some flowers in these cups. And so I thought, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. And so I kept this cup, and that is what we're going to be planting our sunflower in today. So if you have some sort of red Solo cup at home or any sort of plastic cup, you can totally use that for this project. So something that I did that is really important when you are planting like little seedlings or trying to grow them is whatever container that you put them in, you have to make sure that there is like a good ventilation type system where air can still like seep in to the roots, and when you water it, if you put too much water in, the excess water can drain out the bottom. So I'm going to show you guys here what I did with this cup. So as you can see, there are 5 little holes that I have in the bottom of this cup, which is going to work great for getting air to my roots and letting extra water out. And the way that I made these 5 holes is with my drill. However, drills can be a little dangerous to use if you're not sure what you're doing. And so if you have a parent nearby that knows how to work a drill and can help you with it, you're totally good to use a drill. But guess what? You don't need a drill for this. You can also use scissors. This plastic cup was like a little thick, so it was a little hard to cut, but most plastic cups are not that thick at all. And so something you can do is you can get a pair of scissors and you can make a cut here, here, and here. That will act as the same as concept as these holes that I drilled into this cup. And so, now that you have your cup ready, you can put your dirt in it. I'm going to transfer all my dirt into this cup. Alright, I have my dirt in this cup now. So now I'm ready to plant my seeds. It's that easy, you guys. And so, when you're planting your seeds, I am never really sure if just like one seed is going to do the trick in making sure that I have something that grows. So I will always, if I'm planting seeds like this, I'll always do 2 or 3 to make sure that one of them will plant. And so something that you're going to do is you're going to look at your cup of dirt and you're going to make a little hole in your dirt. You don't want it to be that deep, maybe like not even an inch thick, maybe just like half an inch. And then you're going to drop your seed in there and you are going to cover it up. You don't want to like pack the dirt down, you just want to get the seed nice and covered. And then I'm going to pick another spot in my cup to drop one of the other seeds in and cover it up, and then one more spot to drop my last seed in and cover it up. So these seeds are just like half an inch below the surface of this dirt because that'll give room for the roots to kind of grow throughout here. And so the way that this is going to work is you need to have your cup in a well-lit area of your house. In order for sunflowers to grow, they need a lot of sun. And so having this on the windowsill would be a perfect spot for it. Or if you don't have a window area in your house where you get a lot of sun, you can totally put these outside during the day to get the sunlight, but you just have to remember to bring them in at night because these guys are not ready to survive in that type of like weather yet. So the next thing that you're going to do is, how about we give the dirt just like a little bit of water and kind of get a nice mixture going. So I'm just going to pour some more water in there. And it's nice that I did kind of like a see-through type setting here because I can kind of see how the water's flowing through it. And as you can see, it's very good that I drilled some holes in the bottom because I just gave it too much water. And so these holes are now letting the excess water drip out so it doesn't drown my plant. And so the way that we are going to be able to grow these sunflowers is for the next probably 2, 3, 4 weeks, you are going to grow them out of these cups inside your house or maybe on your porch. But remember, if they're outside in the day, they need to be inside at night. Usually sometime after Mother's Day is a time where we can start like planting flowers outside and where they can survive at night and it's not going to be too cold. And so for the next 3 or 4 weeks, we are going to grow our sunflowers out of these cups. And then when the weather is a little bit warmer and these guys would be able to grow outside, the goal is to have a nice little seedling, a little sprout on this, where we can transfer the plant out of this cup and out into your yard. These are mammoth sunflowers, and so these sunflower heads can get to be as big as your own head, which is really cool. And if you take care of them, and they're super easy to take care of, and if you take care of them right, you will successfully grow a huge sunflower from this project. And I will be so super impressed if you guys can see this through to the end and tend to your plant every day until it's ready to go into your yard, and then when you put it in your yard, taking care of it until it grows into a big, beautiful sunflower. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go put my little guy out in the sunlight, and as soon as you guys have finished with your project, send me a picture of your little planted plant and send me updates. Send them to royteen@bgcweaverdavis.org because I would love to see the progress on your Earth Day activity.
Wow, Maddie, that was amazing, and I am going to do that myself. So now on to STEM with Cam.
All right, hey guys, welcome to Club. Today we're just gonna be doing some more STEM stuff, keeping with the theme of rubber bands and popsicle sticks. Before we start, I just want to let you guys know that for this one, this is gonna be more of a participation-based activity. So instead of doing a competition, as long as you do the project and send a picture to us, you have the chance of winning a prize. So send that picture to royteen@bgcweberdavis.org, and from there we'll just choose somebody to win the prize. So that's how we're gonna do it this week. So for today, what we got for you is kind of the general concept of the catapults that we did last week, but making more of a crossbow kind of slingshot look to it. So how this works is I'll show you how it looks. This is the finished product we got here. And all you do is just ring this around like so. Then grab, I'm using a Q-tip for this because it works pretty well. Just load that in, and from there you can shoot it off. So I'm gonna go through the building process of this and kind of explain how everything works. So what you're gonna need, popsicle sticks or rulers or really anything. This actually works really well with pretty much anything that's stick-like. So sticks, pencils, popsicle sticks, rulers if you got them, just really anything that's long and you can attach things to. So how this works is you're gonna need super glue, works pretty well. That's what I use for mine. Hot glue. You can also use other rubber bands to attach everything on there if you need to. Just any kind of adhesive or anything to stick something to it. It pretty much works. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the two first limbs first. And I'm just gonna demonstrate with these and then show it on the finished product. So you're gonna take 2 sticks, popsicle sticks if you got them. If you're using pencils or anything like that, that's a little bit thicker, you probably don't need to do this, but for the sake of popsicle sticks, what you're gonna do, just layer them flat on each other, glue those so you have one solid rod, and then you're gonna do the same thing with another one. So you're gonna have 2 kind of bigger solid rods. Then what you're gonna do is how you're gonna layer them is you're going to put one rod on your bottom and then one on your top as your hold. So it's gonna look like a little cross basically. So after you got that, you're gonna need buttons, work pretty well. That's what I use here. Or you can use really anything that you can stick on there. The buttons they just serve to hold the rubber band so it doesn't go anywhere and kind of gives you that angle that you need on the bottom. So yeah, pretty much anything will work for this. Again, like I said, buttons, soda cap bottles, pretty much anything, really anything you can glue. So just get creative if you have to. So what you're gonna do is just glue 2 on both sides of your bottom rod. So that's gonna give you basically where the rubber band is going to sit and be able to flip around and not fall off. So you're gonna glue those 2 on your bottom. So once you have your bottom, you're simply just gonna glue your bottom to your top. And make sure, this isn't key. You wanna make sure you have these in the right configuration. So one on the top and one on the bottom, or else it won't work that well. Then you're gonna get a straw, or you can use, you can use pretty much anything for this. I just use a little plastic straw. You can use a piece of pipe if you got it, PVC, anything small enough to fit on there and basically just serve as a way to hold the Q-tip so it doesn't fall out. Basically just guide it through and let it fire. So after that, you just glue everything together, tape everything together, do whatever you have to, just get creative with it. And then at that point, all you gotta do, just load that in. Oh, yeah. Actually, I should go over the rubber band. I forgot about that. So, you're going to need just a rubber band. And how this kind of works is I'll show it to you. you're going to loop it around the bottom 2 notches right there. So all you're gonna do, just take it like so, wing it around, so like that. So you're gonna ring it around, so make a little loop, put that first loop in on the first side, take it with your opposite finger, and then just loop it around the other way. Boom. So it's wrapped around the top along the ridge. And then from there, just pull this one, pull the front back. So keep in mind that you're gonna wanna use the front end of the rubber band because you're gonna pull that and it's going to loop around the sides here. Then grab the ammo. In this case, a Q-tip. Pretty much anything will work for this. Just be careful. Don't go shoot this at people. Same with the catapult. And then just load that on there, and boom! Look at that, shoots. Cool. So that is just a very general build construction of this thing. You can really just make this your own, do whatever you want with it. There's a lot of different options you can use, a lot of different materials. Super simple, really cool actually. I really like this. So again, how this is gonna work, just send a picture of your build into royteen@bgcweberdavis.org, and then from there, we'll just choose a prize winner. And remember, just keep it creative and just make it your own. But remember, just a few key things to remember with this is whatever kind of rubber band you're using, if it's taut, if it's a tight rubber band, if it's bigger, you're just gonna have more pressure on the buttons or whatever you're using to hold. And then keep in mind that your loader has to stay in place as well, because this rubber band is going to come back and hit it, so you don't want it to break. So just keep in mind how much pressure you have and how much leverage you're getting from the rubber band or whatever else you're using. So that's about it for the build. I'll let you guys go. I'm going to set a 45-minute timer, so you guys have that amount of time to build something, test it, rebuild it, change your design, do anything you need to, and then from there, just send your picture in and we'll choose a prize winner. Thanks for watching, guys.
Now that you've got your brain going with some STEM, we're going to move into Minute to Win It, so get ready to compete.
Hi boys and girls, this is Bonnie.
And I'm Denise.
Awesome. So today for our Minute to Win It, or Hour to Win It, like we're going to call it, we're going to do some riddles. So I found some really good ones. Some of them kind of stumped me. So I want you to see how many you can fill out on your own. Don't use the internet. That's a no-no. And see how many you can figure out within the hour and send them into the email royteen@bgcweberdavis.org with a number between 1 and 24. You might win a cool prize. And each riddle that you figure out is worth 20 points. So we'll see how many you can get and see who gets the most points. So that'll be lots of fun. Alright, I'm going to ask Denise. I'm going to randomly choose one, and maybe you'll be able to figure it out.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. What's a good one? How many months have 28 days?
1 month? February?
All of them do.
Oh.
See, they're just simple ones like that.
So it's not the obvious answer, guys.
So you found one answer. If you listen to this all the way through, you found an answer to one of the riddles. So have fun with it, and some of them are kind of funny like that, so have fun.
We'll see you guys.
Thanks for joining, everybody. Remember to send all your submissions to royteen@bgcweberdavis.org and keep those fingers crossed for a super sick prize.